In today's video we're going to take a look at the fall of Raccoon City and how the virus became alive. And if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button. So to find all about the virus, we have to go back to Resident Evil 5 in West Africa. In the Neolithic age, the Endopoia tribe discovered these plants and then gave them the name Stairway of the Sun, or in German, Sonnentrap. The flower can be identified by its 8 fused petal and its colour, which is a reddish orange and yellow. So when the Endopoia tribe came across this plant, many people died because the plant held a virus called the progenitor virus. But one day a tribesman ate the plant. He did not die, he became a god. So when this guy became a god, his whole tribe followed him. The Endopoia tribe then lived underground in the cavern where the flowers were, and they also built an underground city. They also built the underground city in a certain way that the sun could still reach the city. And so now we move on to Henry Travis, who was born in the 19th century and was one of 7 children. So for Henry, after spending 35 years in West Africa exploring, so while Henry was exploring in Africa, he came across these plants and studied them. And whilst doing so, he found the virus, which is called the progenitor virus. Henry then informed Dr. James Marcus about his findings in the west of Africa. So then in 1966, James Marcus, Oswald E. Spencer and Brandon Bailey set off to the west of Africa to find these plants. So upon finding the plants, Marcus, Oswald and Brandon then extracted the virus out of the plant. In 1967, James Marcus was kicked out of his university where he was doing research, and all of his projects got shut down and his funding was cut off also. Oswald E. Spencer then decided to hire Dr. Marcus himself and also gave Dr. Marcus the funding he needed. So in March 1967, the Umbrella Corporation was created. So after Umbrella had been created, they needed a training facility for Dr. Marcus to continue doing his research. So Dr. Marcus then got his own training facility with an underground lab and also a school where they would recruit young men and women, and if they were to get really good grades in school, and upon them kids joining the training facility, they would also be brainwashed in order for the children to advance in the research Umbrella wanted them to do. But the flowers could only grow in certain conditions in the caverns in the west of Africa. So when Dr. Marcus, Oswald and Brandon Bailey brought the flowers back to America, they couldn't grow any new ones. So a year later, they went back to the west of Africa, and in the caverns where the flowers grow, they built their own Umbrella lab. So now having their own lab in the flower garden, they dispatched samples of the virus all across the world to all different labs, which then developed the T virus.
And how was the T virus created? To uncover the truth, we must delve deeper into the events which transpired in the beginning, before the mansion incident.
In 1997, Dr. Marcus altered the T virus and mixed it into the leech's genes. But in 1978, the university was shut down by Oswald E. Spencer, and 2 of Dr. Marcus's best students had stolen all of his research.
This is Delta Team, we have gained control of the train, over.
Understood. This does not make any sense.
Yeah, you guessed it, Albert Wesker and William Birkin. And it was Oswald E. Spencer who gave the command to Albert and William to steal his research. Albert and William were given senior research roles after successfully stealing Dr. Marcus's research. Wesker and William continued their research and started to mutate the T virus with the Ebola virus. When Wesker and William stole Marcus's research, Oswald ordered an Umbrella unit to go in and take out Dr. Marcus.
This does not make any sense. How was the T virus leaked? And why did it contaminate both the lab and the mansion, as well as a train almost 3 miles away? take over your research.
So when the Umbrella unit killed Dr. Marcus, they dumped his body and his leeches into a lake in the Arklay Mountains. The Queen Leech then swam over to Dr. Marcus's dead corpse and then proceeded to enter his body, and this created the Queen Leech. And years later, in 1998, the Queen Leech avenged Marcus's death by attacking the train and going on a killing spree. But the killing spree started at the Arklay laboratories, infecting all the workers and infecting the dogs also, and letting the dogs out of the cages. And this is why the Arklay Mountains was then closed off to the public, due to a lot of vicious murders and attacks in the mountains. Due to these vicious murders and attacks, the mayor of Raccoon City called in the Stars Bravo team to investigate the situation. The Bravo's team chopper is attacked and the helicopter goes down, and then Rebecca Chambers stumbles across a train while investigating. There is also zombies on the train now due to it from being attacked. The train also ends up at the school/training facility that was originally used for Dr. Marcus's research. Stars member Rebecca Chambers also meets Billy Cohen, who she teams up with. William Birkin also blows up the school using its self-destruct system to destroy any evidence they created in the school or left behind. And Rebecca and Billy make it out alive.